site itself. So what site you use for the drop shipping part?
So I use a thing called Tap Stitch. But like I said, there's another one that I recommended to you was called Applique, APLIIQ, and then that's like I feel like that's like the that was one that I like that's the one that got me back into clothing. Like I was like, okay, I think this is the one I'm gonna make Applique. But
Use
that one's one. Yeah,
APLIIQ.
let me send it to you. Let me find it. Let me find it. I'm about to send it to you real quick.
So that's where you do your drop shipping?
I use I'm about to send it all to you, and it's not necessarily drop shipping. So now, well, like it's technically drop shipping, but now what you're tapping into is called print on demand. Print on demand. So basically, it's like
Isn't that the same thing?
technically, I mean, drop shipping is like I guess the only difference is like it's like they literally print based on like it's nothing in bulk or anything. They print on like whatever order that you give. So like if you
That's drop shipping. That's
okay.
what I do with Printful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the same
so
thing then. It's the
I
same
put
thing
all
then.
my designs. I put all my designs on there, and whatever colors I want or whatever sizes I want, and then I'll upload. I attach that like when I was trying to do it last year. I'm saying I
Uh huh.
had the colors, what sweatshirts, tote bags, or whatever it is, and then I attached it to my Etsy page. So
Ah
when
yeah.
people order it, it goes straight to them, and they're the ones who send out whatever it is. So I get to pick what size I want in whatever tops or whatever colors and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
then they
yeah,
print.
yeah. It's the same thing
Yeah.
then. It's the same thing. That's it. And
I
then as
heard
long as you have a
recently of
shop,
Ninja. You ever heard of Ninja?
I have heard of Ninja. I haven't used it, but Ninja's also really good too,
I
because
want to try it.
it's the material. That's all it is. It's not like I
It
don't care about the
sucks.
service. Like no. I'm saying like whatever like
Oh,
drop shipping is. I don't care about like the service or like what the layout looks like or like because like all that stuff you can do on your own.
it's the
Like it's
quality.
the quality of the shirts for real. That's it.
That's yes.
Yeah.
That's
So
what it is for
Ninja.
me too.
Yeah. So
When
Ninja.
I was doing shirts at home, up in New York, when I was making it in my house with my heating press,
Right.
I was using Next Level, the brand Next Level, and my brother from another who was doing shirts as well, he was using Gildan. I don't like Gildan. Like I
Right.
know, cause I feel like most of Gildan's material is like rough. You know what I'm saying? It shrinks. It's like it doesn't feel soft. It don't last long. I know they have different materials, and they do have a soft spin or what's it called? Is it soft spin? Soft spun?
Uh huh.
Whatever. I know they do have one that's a softer material, but with that, I still preferred Next Level. And then when I would make the shirts, it was mostly around the pandemic. It was a lot of people from my church. There was a lot of people, even like a year or two later, was like, I love your shirt. It's soft. It still lasts. It didn't come apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear I wore the daggone shirt 4 times and now it's a house shirt because it's faded, it ripped or something like that. Like, I'm doing it for quality too. If you don't want to pay the amount, then whatever. Because I know for celebrities, you want to pay 150 for a stupid T-shirt. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you can't pay $30 or whatever, or 25 or whatever. Like, come on.
Yeah, I understand. That's what took you so long. So I'm gonna send you like the like I said, Ninja might be cool, but
I'm gonna check it out because I just recently heard about them.
what I use the
It's either
most, like I
people
said,
talking about Printful or Printify. That's the two main ones that I hear people always talk about.
right. And those are good. Like I'm about to honestly use Printful and Printify for like I want to do some like uh um tote bags and stuff like that because
Yeah,
like I
that's what I
got
want
put
to
onto
do.
that through notes and stuff like that. Like I don't really care for those, but like I know a lot of you know, like women use that, so I was gonna bring that in, and they do more of that. But
And that's why I wanted to do it too. Like I don't know why I said I gave it to two people. Not that I know why I gave it to them, but I don't know why I didn't make an extra to keep for myself. But I did do a tote bag for one of my designs, and I did do um a baseball cap. Now I have the trucker one, but I gave the other style to my director at the AV team at church. And he said he wore it like a few times. People like, "Oh, where you got it from?" And he was just like, he said me, but I was like, I wasn't pushing it like that yet. Um, but yeah, especially with the old ladies in church that want their little tote bag.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I want to do other stuff like eventually, like, if it's journals, you know what I'm saying, like have
Right,
that,
right,
or
right.
stickers or whatever, like patches. I don't know. I'm just thinking of a whole bunch of different like things, not just apparel stuff. Um, and there was something. Who's texting? Oh, that was you. I was like, because I see it on my on my laptop too. Um, damn, there was something that you said. I want to know. Mention what the heck was it? Have you ever heard of Tailored Brand or Zen Business?
Zen business? No, I haven't. Taylor Brand?
When you did your LLC, you did it straight through Secretary of the State, and that's it.
I did. I did. I
Okay.
ain't like, and this is during the pandemic time too. So it was like a lot of over the phone, sending this in the mail, getting it confirmed, like all that. So
Okay.
yeah, I didn't do it this way. So I actually like put down the purchase, and then in my state specifically, I had to do a thing called a surety bond, which is like, I guess, like a form of insurance for sales tax. I know it's different for each state though, but yeah, that's why I had to do it. And but like I said, they got
Insurance.
like way better. Yeah, 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 like an insurance. Because I guess for us to open up an LLC, they wanted to really know that you know, that they were well insured or something like that. But yeah, that's what
Mm.
I use. I use Tap Stitch. Like I said, that's the one that worked like with me because I like the heavier tee, oversized type of look. So that was like something I was always going for. And then I'm trying to send you some
Oh, people
blanks.
like that too, and that's with that site that you go to. That you said the
Huh?
AP. What was it? The APELIIQ,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
yeah.
heck.
That one. A
They
pleat.
do
Yeah.
oversized.
Yeah, so it's like street. Like, yeah, like I like the streetwear type of thing. So, and there's a
No,
thing
I
called
know other
Shaka,
people too, and I
like
know, and
Shaka
I
wear. Like,
Shaka. What's that?
that's like another like t-shirt blank. Here, I'm about to send you a bunch of like blank t-shirts that like gives that look. Hold up.
Is this one of the ones from Iraq? Was it Iran? Iraq? Where was it that you said? You said out of the country. You said that there's like a site you go to. Is this one of them?
Oh, you're talking about Alibaba. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, nah, nah. That So like to do okay, so the only way the Alibaba thing would work, honestly, at this point, I feel like is if you had like if you had like credit, because you have to, you know, you would then have to already have the material like in bulk, because they only send stuff in bulk to you. So like, if I'm
Uh,
paying X, Y, and Z,
like
I'm
let's
getting
say I'm
five
gonna
hundred.
do a pop up shop or something like that.
Right, right, right.
Then
Then that's
okay.
when you can go directly to like Alibaba, and then and that's great. Like I said, they work on like everything, and also that's another
Mm-hmm.
thing. When you have your Shopify store,
Mm-hmm.
you technically, I found this out just yesterday. There's a 21-day period of like a 21-day probation, um from when you get like your payout. So like meaning like whenever the money comes back into your account. So like when you open your store, let's just say that like it's March 11th, and then I make a payment. You technically wouldn't see that any of those payments until 21 days from March 11th. So
You saying when you first open it up or all the time?
now when you first open it up.
Okay, okay.
After that, then it's like a 3 to 5 thing. And the reason why I even found that out because I was looking at my own stuff and I was like, why is this delayed? And I was about to
Yeah.
have to top into my own money to figure it out. But then I realized that I guess mine was just taking a little bit slower. And even though I haven't had a sale, my store has been open for the past like my store has been open for the past couple of years. And it's actually a thing right now where you can make a
And you've
store.
been paying Shopify? You
Huh?
didn't pause it?
No, I did, but when you pause it, it's like
Oh.
$1 though. You know what I'm saying? It's like $1 a month.
It's still look, I'll pay a dollar then pay the whole what cause how much is it monthly?
I never. I don't know because I always paid like the little like the per month thing because it was only like a dollar. Like if you froze it, it'd be like $1 or something like that, $1 or seven or something like that. But it worked out in my benefit because as soon as it was ready, you feel me? I didn't have to do all that.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah, I just
also
gotta know that I got this before the third of next month, my LLC, because they only hold my name for like 30 days.
what your
I reserved my name so nobody can take it. It's not like nobody knows about it, but you just never know. Like I don't want nothing that's close to it.
right. So you feel like
Um,
somebody might jack that?
you never know.
Okay.
Like all the other ones that I wanted when I was typing it, I was like, damn, that sounds too close to it, or someone already had the name that I thought of. So I was just like, this one is perfect. I was like, don't try to take it. Because not only that, somebody was like, you know how it is these days. I could be on my laptop right now and I can search something. I'm gonna say Old Navy. I'm going to Old Navy to look for some damn jeans, and then go on my phone, go on Instagram, and all of a sudden, the news feed has stuff on Old Navy. It's nosy and it goes back and forth. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like if that goes somewhere that somebody says, "Ooh, look at that name." You know what I'm saying? The algorithm are out here is
Um,
very nosy. You
what are you
talk about
doing?
something.
What are you doing to like check to see if it's taken or not?
I went to Secretary of State.
And are you trying to get and are you just trying to get an LLC or are you trying to get like a trademark or something like that?
So that was another thing. So I'm gonna do the LLC, but then someone told me that well, not someone. I was watching a video where the girl was like, "Oh, just because you have an LLC doesn't mean that you own it. That someone could take it from you or something like that. That you need to do a trademark.
Yeah. Um.
How much is that? Dang, nabbit."
Uh. I mean, now like legally, it's gonna be kind of hard to like take it once you have that LLC. But like for security reasons, yeah. Again, let me double check for you, bro. Because like I said, I did this a little while ago on this point. Trademark.
So you have a trademark for yours?
Um, I have a trademark for DTMI, but not for Desire to Make It. Like I made Desire to Make It because it's an LLC, and I thought that would cover it. And then DTMI, the abbreviation specifically, I made that like trademark. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, so it's not basically really linked like that.
yeah, I mean, let me double check. But if I were you, because you already have a Shopify store, right? Or no?
No, I never made a Shopify. I only did Etsy last year.
Well, yeah, I would just make one, and then you could find like templates and stuff now. Now me,
Mm.
I was going the creative route, so I was kind of making a lot of stuff like on scratch. That's why like I don't know if you saw the page where it has like the like looks like a bunch of paper in the background and stuff like that. Like when you scroll through the website, like it has like paper showing. Like originally that whole thing was like paper, like it was like floating, and then I wanted to clean it up, so I then added like more of the
The,
whiteboarding.
the crunched up paper you talking about?
Uh huh. And then I wanted to clean it up,
Mm.
so then I added just like white borders and everything and stuff. And but if you were to just find uh, a Shopify theme, that's what you're looking here. Let me looking look for here. I put this in there. Why is my internet so slow, man? Man, you typing hard. You type like my mom.
Trying to do it quick.
No, it sounds like you flicking
Did
boogies out
you?
your nose.
What the hell? That's what you get out of it?
That's
Yo,
what.
your mind be all over the place. You're funny. Did you?
Yeah.
My brother would use like years ago. He used to see me like typing stuff, and of course it'd be faster than this. Like on a laptop, sometimes it's like the keys are so low that it's like I feel like I can't type as fast. And then my brother used to be like, "You're such a nerd," and I was like, "You're a hater because you don't know how to type without looking. Shut up. That's why you be wanting me to type stuff for you."
You still can't
I
type.
wish I wish they would keep like I wish they kept on for like. Did you ever have
Computer
typing
class?
lessons?
Sure did. But it was in school.
Okay. Huh?
I said I sure did, but this was like in like grade school.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I feel like they don't do that anymore. So it sucks. It's like one thing you guys already stopped for people to stop learn script, right? So then how
Uh,
people sign names if you don't teach the newer generation how to do script, right?
I
But
mean,
then the other thing is like
I could write in cursive.
you can you can what?
I said I could write in cursive.
No, you can, but I don't think they teach that in school anymore, I'm saying.
Oh, oh,
But they also kind of stopped people from learning how to type without looking. It's like, oh, they know how to do it on the phone. That's different.
but I don't know why this is
What else? What else? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me look at my domain pattern. Domain
So, would you start this business in the state of Georgia?
what I started.
Like, would you have an LLC under the state of Georgia or
Yeah,
okay?
why you ask that?
Because like I said, it's like different rules for different states. So I don't know. I'm trying to look up specifics. Because for Mississippi, it's a little bit different. Because I almost refiled it in DC, but I realized that DC has a higher like sales tax, so it was better just to keep it at in my state here.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't live over there or live in New York anymore, so I wouldn't do it in another state.
Man, shoot, you got to finesse the game, man. I don't know. I don't know. Wherever the money lies.
Yo, moving Nilsa is gonna be ridiculous.
Yep. Sorry.
He said, "Yep, sorry." Oh my gosh! Like I was trying to just get a van. You think a van will fit all her crap? I feel like it would.
The same van that you had when you left.
No, like a van, like a U-Haul van instead of getting the truck.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I need a truck.
If you got her the yeah, yeah, like those longer vans for sure. Because the mirror is only so long.
But here, when I go look for it, it's over here saying it's not available for move for your move. But then the truck is the next thing. And how much for a 10-foot truck? 885. You're out of your mind. Get out my face.
And you're ordering that for
I'm trying to reserve something because it's coming soon. It's already March. Like this is ridiculous how quick this the year is going. I got 2 more months, right? Like hello.
yeah.
And I buy my ticket to go over there and then rent out this thing to come back this way. It's crazy. I gotta put her. Dang, it's pissing me off.
They have those like rent things though that like those like you put them in like a shipping container and then they send it off or something. I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, that is another thing that could happen. I forgot. You talking about the pods?
Yeah.
Oh, but see, I don't know if they do those, if they allow the pod to be in front of her, where she lives.
I feel like she won't be the first one to do that though.
I could find out about that too. I could tell her to ask the people at the office if that's an option. Um, because yeah, that might be. And the funny thing, Costco actually rents those out. So, oh my gosh, I gotta do so much homework this week about a weekend. Um, but let me see. Who has texted me since I'm on the phone? Hold on. Oh, that's just my family. Go back. Okay. Um, let me see. And then she told me yesterday that they finally gave her the official graduation. So she has a graduation from like business department.
Right, and then she has the big one with everybody.
Yeah, I was like, thanks for letting me know, and I gotta request another day.
Yeah,
If not, I'll fall out.
it's May 8th.
Yeah.
And then the big one is commencement. All they do is just stand there. You just stand there, and then yeah,
Mm.
the students just sit there. You just stand there, and then that's it. And then everybody like leaves. It's like, well, it's time to go. You know what I mean? Like one last time on the yard. Take your pictures. Do those kind of things.
Yeah. Um. Delete that. Okay. So I'm trying to think if I need anything. So you did Shopify, and you said that it has the. Once I
Shopify.
create the account, huh?
You said what now?
I said so you did Shopify. So I was like, once I create the account, if I come into a little issue like, sir, I need your help. No.
Right, right. You shouldn't though. And then also, I can recommend you like some videos and stuff like that to watch. The biggest thing is I'm typing it all right now for you though. But the biggest thing is like finding a template that works. Like finding like a type of like style for how you want just the websites to look like for now. And then if you do find any other websites or you have an idea of like maybe something that you want specifically, um,
Also, I forgot to say. So right now you have that site you told me. The how you say it?
I have Tap Stitch. I have Tap Stitch. Me. I use Tap Stitch. I use Tap Stitch.
What is that?
I already
They
sent
print
it.
on demand.
It's a print on demand as well. I already sent it to you, but that's what I use.
Okay. Um. What I was gonna say.
And then the goal is to go
That's
from.
what you have in order for it to go to that site. Did you go on TapStitch before you did your Shopify and got some stuff printed so you could see how the material and stuff was, or you just went with like, I hope that works?
No, my first. So you already know I used to make a lot of stuff like just locally. So like every time I go home, like the sweatshirt and stuff like that, you would see. I would, like kind of just made it on my own, like here, and then the hoodie that you saw, that was from Alibaba. That was like from like Pakistan or something. Then I got like a big bulk. Tap Stitch. My first one with Tap Stitch was the one I gave for Nosa actually. The desire to make it like that everything fits.
So dip something out to see how it looks.
Yeah. That was. I mean, it was like a kill two birds with one stone. It was like, I'm gonna try this, but it's also because I'm trying to get this for her anyway. And then I came in for it. And I was like, wow, I actually like the way it looks. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty nice. And then, yeah.
There is. Okay, I'm gonna
But
send
a
it to you.
pleat also has like it depends on what you're like like I said, mine's more so like streetwear, more like oversized tees, that type of thing. So like I didn't really need too much of like the garments and all these other things. And, uh,
I know I can't do everything like that, but I know a lot of younger generation likes that type of big flow.
yeah.
Cause I'm gonna have to have that. So the other thing is Shopify allows. I mean, is it? Do you know like if it's an extra fee if you put more than one site that makes your
No,
apparel?
no. The Shopify is all you're like. Shopify is they don't care what you do to the website. You're just paying for them to have a website under their domain. they don't care what you do. For example, when you make a website, you also have to make a you have to make your own like URL. So like the fact that you go to desiretomake.com, that's a domain that was made by me, and you can get it through Shopify, and they have their own fees. But I use a whole different site. I use a thing called Dinodot, which is like not even popular. It's kind of like ghetto a little bit, but it's just really cheap. And Dinodot,
But you pay for that the domain, and then you put it for Shopify. But Shopify also
provides one.
will allow.
Yeah, so like,
So okay.
so again, you're just power. The only thing I'm paying Shopify for is I wanted to do like last minute, like oh somebody needs to order something, and it deals with the taxes for me automatically. All these things like that. That's all you're paying for is like the system. Anything
Yeah.
else of how you want to use your store, you could do anything. You could daggone code. You can make your own. You can make YouTube Part 2 right now with Shopify. Like they won't even care. Like
You putting that on the thing too, the domain, the site that you just said.
yeah, yeah, I am. That's why I keep looking to
Okay.
my left and right. I'm typing.
Um. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so there's another thing. There's a style that I've been seeing that I like. I don't know the site that you said. What's it called? What the heck is called? I'm writing a little stuff. Tap stitch. If they have it, but you know how that we've been seeing like people. Like, let me just say, if I put love on this, right? But I want it to be
Like
another
Puff.
material on top. Not puff, but it looks like thread like. You know what I'm talking about? Like if somebody sewed it on.
Like embroidery.
It's not embroidery. Okay. Let me go to this guy that on my page that has it on the hoodie.
Yeah, I have to know what that looks like.
Hold on. Shoot. Go back. Um, what the heck is his name? Brandon. Why don't I see it? Okay. All right. So, matter of fact, I just shared my screen. Right? I'm trying to see how I do that because I did it before. I hardly do the sharing of the screen. It won't let me do it. In my video. Okay, let me just screenshot it and text it to you. I think I did just send it to you. Instagram. Hopefully this page is not locked. Scroll through, you'll see it. Like how who has it. There's
Oh
someone
yeah,
that
nah,
has
that's gonna be a pleek. I mean,
it.
that's gonna be Alibaba. That's like a real like that's like a real like manufacturer. You know, no one else is gonna be
I
able
think
to
that
do that one. I'm not gonna
okay.
lie. All you're doing is the bare minimum of like maybe some blanks, printing them. You know, but like Alibaba, that's whenever you get into like real deal. Like okay, clothing company, we got our numbers up. We about to, do X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
No, yeah, but that is nice though. Now you could like emulate that, but it'll be an image. It wouldn't be you know, it wouldn't be the
Yes,
actual
I see
threads. Like you
people.
could you can make it look like a thread, but it won't be like an actual thread.
Yeah, no, I started seeing people like not that, like see how he has an image and it's threaded onto the sweatshirt, but just the lettering. Like say if I wanted to just say yard, like that it's like stitched out in another material onto the sweatshirt or t-shirt or whatever like that. There's somebody else and I can't remember his daggone name that goes to my church and he sells stuff. the heck? Am I missing something? Hmm.
Yeah, but
I'm so
obviously, I'll still,
tired.
obviously, going back to the move, I'll be available to help. You know what I'm saying? If if you need me to, which most likely you will.
Okay, okay. I'm so tired of these damn spam people. I don't know how many times I'm gonna block, and then they find another number they can call me from. Oh, here we're calling from, so you can solidify your loan request. Ain't nobody did a loan request. Get out my face, please. Hackers, scammers. So since she tells you everything and tells me a little bit, did she say she was gonna get baptized?
She told me that she was, yeah, she signed up for it, but it's not gonna be like right now. It's gonna be coming up or something like that. But then I told her, I was like, oh, I thought you were trying to get that done with the Tabernacle of Praise. I thought that was the goal, like a couple hours ago. And she was like, yeah. She's like, well, I don't know, if I'm gonna be there like that and stuff and all that. Like, so I don't know. Yeah, but she just said like she doesn't know if she's gonna be there for real. So then that's when she, that's when she
So
went
it's
back.
not like she's gonna be in DC.
I mean, she's your daughter, man. I don't know.
Anyways, when you find out the day, because she might tell you before she tells me, let me know. Maybe I could
I
spend
mean,
your day over there and then run back
yeah, you definitely should. You definitely should.
and surprise her. I would love to be there because I said, let me tell you how I found out. Because she said it on the family group chat today. I was like, ew, you sending it to them before you told me? Yeah, no, I didn't say that. Um, yeah, she was like, hey guys, like just saying that, and then saying something else about opening. She opened up some IRA, the stuff. And I was like, so then I sent her a text separately. I was like, hey, do you know what date you're gonna have, do the baptism? And she said she doesn't know yet. They didn't give it to her.
Right.
And I was like, cause I'd love to be there. And then she's like, yeah. And I said, she said they stream it. I said, yeah, but you know how technology can be. It's like it's not the same because it's like one. You know how stuff could be like glitched, and then not only that, they not sometimes might not zoom into the camera. So I'm like, Lord. That's what I said. I was like, if you know the date before she even says it, maybe I could be like, let me fly out there real quick. Oh, it's like a what? A day trip for $50. Yeah, right. Imagine. Look, I got my ticket for free and going to up to New York around Thanksgiving through my credit card. I had like cashback rewards
Uh
and I
huh.
used that
To do what?
to get my flight, so it was free.
Oh, to go for her graduation.
No, no, no. To fly up Thanksgiving this year, I'm gonna go up
Oh.
to see my family, and I got the ticket for free.
Oh, okay. Finessing the game. Finessing the game.
Hello. You
Got
gotta
to.
get those credit. If you get a credit card, you gotta get the ones that give you those cashback rewards and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's another thing
Um.
I'll be putting my card on file. So the stuff will keep flowing for purchases. So yeah. So how does that work with you? She said that she has her own link to get a percentage or something like that.
All right. So that's another reason why it took so long to drop the website because I was trying to like do some things where I wanted like some of the people in my life to like kind of benefit. Like I'm working hard, but I also want to get back. So like yeah, there's an affiliate link program where basically if someone were to use your link or use your code, then when you recommend them, like, oh man, come check out this website. I give them the website. They then can sign up with their information, and then they'll get a percentage or whatever set rate I want, like, of that purchase. So I did it as percentage because, like, somebody was able to make $5 from me. You know what I'm saying? They'll make 5% of that or something. But let's just say they make $2,000. They'll get 5% of the 2,000, rather than just a set number like, okay, you're making 15 every time or something like that. So I did that, and yeah, but it was my way because they have other reward programs or something. But I also know I have friends that like genuinely feel like that they could, like they believe in it and they want to push it. But I also wanted to like give something slightly back to them, and it's like a kind of encouraging in a way. Like it gets them thinking like, oh shoot, I'm actually making money off this, but really I'm making money off this. But you're also making, but really I'm making.
No, I know. No, this is what I'm saying. So how you did that? Because
Right.
I already like one of my girls from New York just reached out to me just randomly this morning just to check up on me. She's like, "How I've been?" And I was telling her, how trying to do this site, this face fake based business, and she was like, "Oh, what's that about?" And I told her. So I said, when I launch it, I'll send you the information, and hopefully you could support, and then forward it to people who might support. She's like, definitely for sure. So I got one right there to do it up in New York. So how do you do that?
So, there are different ways. If you use Shopify, there is an easier way. I can show you. It's called I'll have to show you, or find it and type up the info. But it's not too hard actually. The way I was trying to
we got to Zoom.
Nah. The way I was trying to do it before was like coding. Like, see, that's the thing. I was actually trying to like build a lot of this stuff. That's what took so long. But I guess because time changed a little bit.
Like that, you know how to do coding.
Man, why do you think I'm always busy? Why do you think she? That's why my hair always being pulled out. I'm like, doing everything.
You don't got gray hair yet?
Man, shoot, that's why the beard not growing in. It's just gaps. No, I'm good. But yeah. So it's a place called here. Let me look at my email real quick. But it's an app that you can add to the Shopify, and again, that's why Shopify is so goated. So yeah, I don't care. Yeah, don't get anything else other than Shopify. But it's called Up Promote. Yeah, UP Promote. Affiliate marketing. That's your kind of finesse to kind of get involved in that way. Yeah. And I'm looking up some stuff. Basically, to my understanding right now is if you were to get an LLC, no one in the state of Georgia will be able to get the LLC under your name. However, technically, they technically can't. Someone in California could technically get, your exact name and LLC because you only have it in the state of Georgia. Technically. Now, no one does that because it's confusing and all these things like that. But yeah, what you're trying to do is for like your regional jurisdiction, and then also what trademarks do is trademarks. So like LLCs deal with more like it protects the legal business name, but then trademarks deal with like the actual brand identity, and that goes beyond just the state. So like if you were to get like a trademark, then that's whenever we're able to kind of like keep slogans and words and like all these phrases. Like if I had a brand called Just Do It, Nike has that trademark, so they technically like can't get that from me. So what a lot of people do is, because again that's not necessarily like realistic and it's expensive, you get the LLC now and then you wait for the other thing. And yeah, so I just reminded myself on like, oh, that's what I did as well. Like Desire to Make It is popping in my head, and but ain't nobody, ain't nobody really checking for that. So it's like, but as long as I have the LLC, it's clearly still mine, and then people honestly are gonna assume that it's taken anyway. So, and that's also why I added. So on each of my tees, that's why I added like a signature. I'll never forget. I actually did that in real life. I wrote like I got a marker and I like signed my name and I put it in a copy machine, and then like a regular printer, and I put it and I scanned it, and then I just put it in Photoshop and like dragged it. But it was like, that's my staple. Would be like, oh no, you can have Desire to Make It, but you can't have this because it's mine. It's my name's on it and everything. So
the abbreviation for you saying?
No, the signature. Like I added a signature to my clothes. That's what I'm trying to say. Like technically, as long as you have the LLC and it's registered, you're dealing with like the legalities of your business, and then like some stuff is just understood. Like if somebody really like, now it's a risk, I know, but like if somebody were to really go out their way to like, oh, I'm making the same apparel for like another like state, um, you still have some type of like legal binding thing because it is an LLC. But like later down the road, what a lot of people do to really like protect it is they'll get the trademark afterwards. But that's like when it's like you know what I'm saying, when it's like really like piling up, like,
Yeah.
so right now like desire to make it like it's just big in my head, but it's not like, you know, like I
How
don't.
could you find if somebody has that trademark? Like, I'm trying to think off
There is a
the top of
website.
my head. There's a company. Oh my gosh, what are they called? That I used to buy their stuff. Hold on. I'm trying to think, and I have them right now. Their name is not popping in my head, and I follow them too. But I'm like, what the heck? Why I can't think of? Um,
Are you gonna be? Are you gonna go to Nosa's Beacon concert?
yes, I will be there. I got my ticket already.
Oh
Well,
wow.
not tickets. I'm talking about tickets to fly, my plane ticket.
Okay. Is your dad going too this time?
I don't know who she invited. I know her aunt's going. She got her stuff already.
Nicole.
Nicole.
Oh okay. I haven't talked to her yet, so it's gonna be a hard one.
um, don't talk to her unless you speak to Nilsa about that because I don't think she told her.
Oh no, I'm not talking to her about no.
Oh. I was like, I don't think she knows about that. Damn, what was it called? I'm drawing a blank. But I feel like there is. Okay, hold on. What was? And I just recently took it off. Let me see my YouTube picture because I have my picture on there. Uh, what the heck is it?
But on a real note, I never talked to you about the brand, so yeah, thank you for being excited about it. It definitely took a lot of work over behind the scenes and stuff, you know, throughout the years. So I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're
How did
welcome.
it look? What was your reaction when you saw it? How did it look? What?
It's cool. I like it. Hold on one second. Because I'm on something else. So because I'm trying to find something on Instagram. Please hold. You know, I like it. I don't know why you chewing on your you why you made that face? I need to look at it on my on the like let me see because being on the phone and putting it on here are two different things. So hold on because I want to see how it looks also on a laptop.
Did
No,
she
I
have
said
to
why
tell?
why
Did she tell you that?
I said why
I
huh?
said, did she tell you that it was up, or did
So that day that you posted it, I already saw it
Right, that's
and
what I
where
thought.
she and then later like maybe later on she sent it to me either that day. And so she just sent it. She didn't say nothing. She just sent it. So I was like, cool. Like I'm happy for him. And I hit the love button. But she didn't say if you use this link, I can get a percentage. So when that day that I told you that I called her and then she was um, like she said that she was bothered because I was talking about it. Like it was the following day. I said, okay, I'm confused. I said, you need to clarify with me. I said, because I know you talked to him. I said, you sent me his website. I said, if you don't want me talking about him, why did you send me his website? I see I have his page. He also contacts me. He would have let me know, you know what I'm saying, that he has his page. So why did you send me that?
Right.
And then she was like, oh, because that I get a certain percentage if you get it all. I said, well, that would be nice if you would have said that when you sent the link, because you didn't say nothing. You just forwarded that. What, I'm supposed to know that? Like, I would have just went on my own because I already saw that he posted it. And she was like, yeah, da, da, da. I was like, whatever. Like,
Well, I
I love
mean,
my daughter, but it's just like, say something. Like,
well,
you
that's
are,
why.
you need to learn how to express yourself,
Well,
girl.
that's why. That's why. Again, I mean, no patence or nothing, but that's also why. Okay, like I already told you, I personally, I know what God is doing with this. I know what God is doing throughout this whole thing. It's a very like restoration type of thing. I always told her like I was not looking for no, never was, and I know God didn't put us in each other's lives to disrupt each other. That was not the point. You know what I'm saying? And although you know, you know, it's been a journey. Like I said, I really, I thought y'all knew this whole time. I thought y'all knew how much she was, doing her little thing or whatever. But yeah. So my point is, although we're, although we're like not currently together, I'm never like, it's more than just love. It's more so like this is like all part of like us getting back to like kind of what it's like supposed to be, that type of thing. That's why I always told her it was a misalignment thing from the jump. Like there's certain like she came in like I came in with. I think what was it the first time we had talked on the phone? But it came back from church or something like that. And you're like, oh my god, thanks for taking my baby to church. Oh my goodness. And I was like, oh, I guess, you know what I'm saying? She just wanted to go. That's what our relationship was. And then, like I said, then as things got changed, things got more comfortable, and it's like, the internet is just a whatever else it was. So like, this is all like kind of getting back to what it was and stuff like that, and or to what it needs to be. And so for her though, again, this is a person that also kind of never really regulated her emotions like that, and I'm always there to kind of assist. So me knowing her of all people, I'm having to like literally willingly have to like not speak to her, but I know because it's like she has to like learn things on her own and stuff like that, or like she just has to like get it. And so that's why the only time I ever was frustrated with her is I was like, look, you keep saying one thing, but you're acting like something else. So like, I need you to just like stay on one side with it. And yeah, so that whole back and forth thing, where even just now, like, or then, where like she did the same thing. She saw my Instagram post, right? Just liked it. I'm like, dang, okay, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. Like I said, I'm actually feeling good. You feel me? But I don't know if you saw the whole post, but I had a little insert that I typed out. Did you see that? Did you scroll all the way to the end?
With the girl?
What?
That's what I was like, you talking about the same. What are you talking about?
My Instagram, my desire to make it.
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, because you were
The
saying she like
girl.
what when you posted that day, you post now at this point. No, I don't remember
All right.
what
Well,
happened.
if you go all the way to my Instagram post, two different things on it. I posted an insert of me typing out my thoughts for Desire to Make It this past summer when I was working on it, and I was trying to be more intentional. It was just like my ideas and what I wanted. And then third, and then secondly,
That you wrote down on the journal,
no, no, no.
right?
First part is I typed. I typed. Those are my thoughts
Okay.
before. This is my thoughts like over the summer.
Mhm.
Secondly, was my journal insert. And I don't know if you can read that. You know what I'm saying? My handwriting's kind of small, or whatever. But that was a that was another insert where I was just like, I don't know, for some reason God really like wanted me to just like give an open praise, and I want to make it personal because I already write my journal these days anyway, so I just wrote it out there.
I wrote. I was able to see a little bit, but that day when I saw that, I think I was doing something else. I'm gonna go back to it, and then I
Right?
forgot.
No, no, no. You're good. You're good. But I say that to say, yeah, that's kind of like what that's kind of like how I've been like treating the brand and stuff like that, whatever. But anyway, no, so she had like liked it, and she, that was it. I was like, okay. I was like, dang. And then, um, one of my friends had reposted, so I was reposting people, and they said something like, "Oh, check the apparel, da da da," and then also coming back, and she was like, "Oh man, like, wow, like congratulations, I'm so excited. I didn't know that they like that you dropped Desire to Make It, da da da." I'm just like, okay, like what you mean you don't know, like, and then she was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going wrong with me. I just got clicked right through it, or whatever." I'm just like, look, I said, let's just be honest, like, I appreciate it, but one of the reasons why you didn't know is because you weren't trying to know. Like you weren't, like you didn't, you saw clearly, about Desire Make. I even told her how I'm probably gonna be back on it. Like just the day before, I was telling her how I'm really trying to like work on it. I briefly, but you just weren't in the headspace to really like, you know, give it that much attention. And then I was like, but that's fine. That's just like how it is. And then obviously she kind of felt like some type of way about it or whatever. And but then saying everything was fine. And then but then I said again, it's like don't really worry about me right now. Like it's like it's confusing. Like just the thing that really got us in the way is like you have a lot of healings to do, and like so do I. But her thing is she's always been like she's had some I gave her a safe space to heal, but I was trying to like still encourage the healing, but you have to want to like do it herself. And because of that, that's why I said the other night, I know you're a little tired, but that's wherever the pulling happened. That's whenever like me kind of trying to stay because I cared about her rather than me trusting God and being like, okay, God, you got this, and then feeling kind of like all over the place. But for her, it's always been she's trying to build that. She's trying to build like that confidence or like that sense of like independency or whatever. Like it comes and goes. So yeah. So when she ever like I'm posting Desire Making, she was able to not see like any of those details. I'm like, dang, like that's crazy to me. So, but then I knew I'm like, okay, this is because you're not looking at all like that. You're really not, and that's fine. But I think that's whenever we kind of gotta take a step back. Like we gotta take a step back from each other. You know what I'm saying? In general, and like I said, and that's what I've always done. We haven't really talked like that. But when we do, it's always like it's always like we talking for real. But I removed it intentionally because it's like I'm trying to give her time to like grow and stuff like that. So it's like that's that's kind of like how it's been. So she's always been, we've always still been cool and still been close. But I know like at this point, she's. I'm just happy that she's starting to understand who she is, and I'm also prepared what that might look like. You feel me? Like, she might start talking to somebody else for real and being with somebody else and all that, and that's
blah blah blah. I don't want to hear that. Thank you.
I mean, but that's the reality. So it's like, but all I know is I still know. I still
That's
know.
How you feel? That's how you feel?
No, that's not how I feel. But I still know at the end of the day, I don't care who you with. It's still going. If it's for me, it's gonna be for me. Like I don't, man. She could be in a fire relationship. If I walk in there, I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? Easily. I don't care. Like, and I know that. So.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Man, what? Sure, it's been that. It's been that.
You said what?
I said, oh yeah, it's been that. It's been that. Like I said, the worst part about everything is, like I said, I just hate that it took this to like really reform what was already supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying? But you already know I love your daughter, but she really is a very she's been hurt. You know what I'm saying? Not by me, but I'm saying like in general, she's been. So her expression of her words that you were saying, like expressing herself and stuff like that, it's like nah, she kind of I don't know, and that's why whenever she posted the website, it's like you're excited about it because it's still me, and on top of that, you're like, dang, like wow, this is still like, look at this man, like he's like this is the man I chose too, like look I'm proud of him, but it's like at the same time you're still holding whatever, you know what I'm saying, like still around, and that's because you're not, you know.
I
But
can't tell you what she's feeling in her head, but being hurt by somebody you love, it takes a minute with some people. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have all these mixed feelings, especially when it's your first one. Like, yes, she's had probably little boyfriend. I'm gonna say little boyfriends because I don't think it was something. I say little boyfriends because I know it wasn't nothing that lasted this long. I'm saying before you, when she was in high school or whatever.
I mean, she's
Like she
had some
never
people in her
spoke a
life though.
lot, but like she told me like how they like, or she said she just, and that was recently that she said people like cheated. That's why she didn't stay with them or whatever. But my thing is, I doubt it. She got that far to have that love for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but for her, the biggest thing she can do is, like I said, it's just like it's a, it's focusing on like on her and stuff like that. Cause like I already told you, like she I'm not gonna lie, man. Nilsa has taken every bit of patience in me, man, all the time. I just got used to it. But like I said, in the process of doing that, I like really kind of did my own stuff a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I, I hate to admit it, but that's what was going on, and I tried my best to like not let that happen. And then for me to have like, especially to pour into somebody so much, you would you would like it to it be like reflected in whenever you're down. Like I said, but when it happened, it was like I also knew that you weren't. She wasn't a vet. Like she didn't have that in her in that capacity, and I was okay too. But then that's where I started to just like I just found myself doing everything. But what like I'm starting doing everything for other people rather than me. Like what does Rajon need? And then that's whenever it got, where I just started to embrace like just chilling with her and embrace like just finding comfort and just escape with her. And
Mm-hmm.
that can only last for so long. Um, because like in general, like I said, like like it's like although that happened, that was like a symptom of like what was going on. And even then, it was like as I reflect on it, it was like a slow thing. It wasn't like like obviously I got pressed and stuff like that, but like I'm not some like all it takes is one time and I fold type. Like no, like I've man, so many girls at Howard. It's been multiple like people that I peep where I could tell that they were attracted to me or something like that, but it was always a denial. So that's why I really look at my own stuff in the mirror and be like, what made it different this time? Like, why was it I was able to, you know, go out of character that time? And it was really because, like I said, I, I let myself go the most at that time. I stopped having those principles or caring or whatever the case may be. It was I was the most distant from myself, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But but my biggest thing is making sure that she knew, because that's what also what threw it off for her was how because I made it almost too, I won't say perfect, but you know what I mean, because I went on my way to make it too like convenient for her, that to her it's like she almost didn't see the problems as like problems like that. Like even when we were talking in Lowe's that one time, she was just saying how like it felt like we had no problems. Like I did this and it's like messing everything up and stuff. But to me, it's like what we've been going through this for the past couple years now. Like I don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
So and we communicate a lot. We communicate, we talk, all that stuff. But yeah, so that gives you some more insight of like why I was confused and that she was able to give me the website and then also be like, oh my gosh, I'm not too sure. It's also because she went to church, like I said, and she kind of misinterpreted what the pastor was saying. The pastor was talking about enemies, and then one of the things she was talking about was like, oh well, you got a friend, you're like, oh let's be friends, da 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 da, but then like they're supposed to be out your life and stuff like that. But he was talking about people that were literally like, being enemies to your life, like people that were constantly like, people that you needed to remove.
Negative and not wishing you well.
I'm sorry.
negative and not wishing you well.
Yeah, stuff like that. And I was like, man, that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not this at all. And then, so first she took it at like a literal, and then, like I said, then she rewatched it, I guess. And then she had talked to me. And that's when it turned into, what it is. So,
Mm.
but regardless, the Lord's still moving with her, and I'm very happy and excited to see that. And it's very warming to know that she's every day becoming who I always see her as, which is like a force of nature and very important and impactful and all that. And the biggest thing about Nusa is I always like her childlike heart and spirit. She's very like, you know, it's although the world is cruel, she still remains to be such a very, you know, just happy soul. That's why I hate it whenever like she'll dim her own little light. That's why like again.
You said, what you just said? You said childlike.
Yeah. She's always childlike. Yeah, like a childlike spirit. You
No,
know.
no, no. I'm laughing because you're. I was like, did he just say that the only because three of my friends, and I'm talking about up in New York, always said that about her. They were like, I love her, like her spirit. She's so like she don't care, and then she has this like childlike spirit, like you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
you know it's still out there. You know what I'm saying, like not I well at that time this was like a few years ago they were saying like she's so innocent or like doesn't care what others think and still has that fun part about her. It's like I love Disney, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? But there are adults that's way older than us that still are Disney fans. So it's like when she does that, there's some people are like, oh my god, like like others might think, grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like but it's just like how she is altogether, not just about Disney, just her
Yeah.
character.
And the saddest part is seeing that, but then you go to Howard, and it's like you don't want to act like that no more. It takes a lot out of you to do that, or it's like you'll have moments, but it's like 80% of the time you're like just complaining or just upset, and that's kind of the other side. That's I said like where it's like I'm like what? Like come on now, like don't you remember who you are? Like, and that's behind the scenes what we've always dealt
I
with.
think it's just her being stressed with school altogether.
Well,
Now you
you gotta have
now you
that.
gotta be an adult and be responsible and everything else, and you know how y'all say, adulting sucks.
Right. But so it's like every so often, that's that's kind of what it was like doing with it, like with her, and then it got to a point where like even when it comes to dance or something else, it's like she really starts like questioning like what her purpose is and all this, or like is she good enough and all these other things. So that's why like I've always been that's what's like dealing with for the past couple of years. You know what I'm saying? It's like and but like it's been fun. Like I said, I've always chosen that. The problem is whenever it got to a point where like I genuinely saw myself having to be there for her and removing time for myself like that. And now don't get me wrong, I want to be like, oh man, I'll stop everything I'm doing and drop a hat for you. Like I would still try and do my thing, but I'm just busy all the time. Like so it's like still sometimes not enough. So it's like that was just like a weird thing to deal with and stuff. But she still Nilsa. She gonna rock out regardless. So ain't nothing too hard for her. Never has been. And I'm glad that she's starting to gain her understanding and identity in Christ as much as we, talked about it and stuff. From an individual level, because you could want it for somebody and everything, but individually, it's like, how could they do that? And that's why I actually told myself too. Like, ironically, in that note that I added, I was discussing Desire to Make It on that post, and I was saying how much I'm dropping this at a time that made no sense in my life. Like, there's still a lot going on. I'm doing registration for classes still. That's like some BS with Howard, and like financially, and personally still, dealing with X, Y, and Z and all these things. But it's like I don't know. I was trying to be obedient and still, say that there's a I don't know. God was like, hey man, all because of darkness around you doesn't mean that you should dim your light. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it pushing. So even though it's inconvenient, I'm trying to study for finals and stuff like that. I was like, nah, I still got this in my heart. Let me try to do it. So I try to make a way. I try to clean up some things, and you know what? Now we're here. You know. So yeah.
You got it. You got it.
Nah, thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying. You know. And like I said, I appreciate it because I remember even showing y'all um, the brand and stuff like that. It was exciting, but Howard kind of got in the way of that because like I was working on it heavily. Took a pause with Florida, you know, try to pick it up
Mm.
again, and then it was like, all right, so how do I do this? But each summer I never really stopped. You know what I'm saying? I've always worked on it. If I had an idea or two, I would always think about it. So like, yeah, it's good for it to be at least out. And after that, now it's the hard part. Now it's the fun part. Really, just making stuff again. So that's what I'm excited. I still have
I'm
ideas.
going. I'm going to your page. I'm going to your page,
Okay, okay.
and I'm gonna say real quick because you didn't answer my question from last night. So I like the shirt that has um
The
the
hand,
world in it.
right?
Yes. I just don't like how you cut it off on the side. But anyway, that's another thing. Now, I was like, why you didn't round it off? Me, when I see stuff, it's just me.
You
It's
know,
not you.
it was a little
I be
difficult.
wanting stuff to look a certain way.
I was
No,
trying.
but
I was
I
trying.
asked you because it's oversized. Should I? Because I can go from a medium to a large depending on the style of the shirt. So should I do a medium or a small? Like how
If
wide
you
is
go
it?
medium,
Do a medium because I
yeah.
don't want something too tight or too damn big.
Right, right. I feel like a medium would work. I feel like a medium would work.
Medium, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because another thing is that I like the cream one or the green one,
Yeah, yeah. That's what
and
my
the
friend
top one
has.
goes. I'm like, damn, which one? I think I'm gonna go with the cream, the beige looking one. Okay, so now I'm on your page because I did it. I like how it looks. Let me just say for your phone, right?
Right, right,
That's
right, right, right. Which is
now.
something I've been
If,
working
if you
on.
want my input, I am on the free games thing, so
Right.
so you give your Bible scriptures. So now your verse of the day is something that's gonna change every day.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you getting this off the top of your head, or you doing it from you version?
No, no, no. I copy and paste it straight from the Bible app. You know.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's the verse. That's cool.
But
Um,
if something like hits personally, I'll throw it on there too.
oh, that's cool. I love it. Okay, next.
Right, right,
I want to steal that from you now.
right.
That's cute. I like that. Okay, so good teachings. What is this? 2022. And this is what? Oh, this says invalid. This is not working.
Oh, that's the Discord. That's the Discord page.
What is that?
Discord is like a community tab. Um, like go to community. Let me actually fix that
Uh,
while we're talking about it. Yeah, go to community and
uh,
then click on it. It'll take you to a thing called Discord, and it's basically like a big group chat where like basically I'm trying to put like a lot of like minds together. 'Cause that's what Desire Make It is for real. Like ambitious people, you know, what I'm saying, other people that are trying to help each other. And so you log in, and then you find your people for real. And the different like folders and stuff, chat rooms where there might be something about film, uh, politics, finance. Where the goal is you either gonna learn something from somebody or you're gonna teach something through a peer. That's the like goal at the end of the day. Like
so
either
this is like app that
it's like a fat
goes
group
by.
chat.
Is it what?
It's like an organized group chat basically.
Shoot, I just closed the damn site. Hold on.
Damn, she don't want it.
Shut your mouth. Let me go back. Boom. Back to that. Okay. Um, you're not having a social media like focus page on your stuff, or you're just
It says media on the website.
I did the media thing, but that is what is all that? All those videos are what? It has to do with Desire to Make
Yeah, that's the
It.
YouTube channel for Desire to Make You.
Okay. But that's why I said you only doing YouTube. You're not doing
Nah,
like your Instagram.
nah. I mean, because everything else, you would most likely already be on Instagram. So it's like, you know,
Okay.
and then
Okay. I'm going to bring in boom, boom, boom teachings. So then the other stuff is people you know, your favorite books, what's going on.
you don't
The
see the
armed and
description. You don't see the description.
the he was trying to tell me. He was trying to tell me.
The description. So basically, my whole point is I'm trying to introduce or reintroduce believers through this. So, um,
Well, I'm asking you. Is this your favorite stuff, or you just randomly putting anything
nah.
up?
These are all things that I've already like been dealing with. That's why I know should know a couple because I've referenced them throughout the years. So, Armed and Dangerous is a book that's like was given by my folks years ago. Like that they had. It's like a book that it's like a table of context in a way where like let's just say like I was angry. You look up anger and it gives you like a bunch of scriptures related to anger. If you look at sadness or frustration or whatever the case may be, and it just has like scriptures related to it, and then from there on you can you know
No, I said
re-
I see the. I'm just saying, you're helping basically promote the whoever owns this
yeah.
world.
I don't. It's not about me no more. It's not about me. Like I'm just trying
Okay.
to show you. I'm trying to help you out. You know what I mean? It's not about my sales no more. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Now I did set up a thing called an Amazon affiliate link, where basically like if you were to make a purchase, I should be able to make a percentage of that purchase through Amazon, and that's what I have it linked to. So when you click on that link, technically I should be able to
Oh, so
make
you did your own little promotion thing percentage.
right through Amazon as well. So that's how I did that.
Uh,
It's just some.
thinking you rich.
I mean, but yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not gonna sell the book, so it's like I want you to, you know, and then the Action Bible, that's like a another Bible for people that maybe are new to it, that are trying to get like into stories and stuff like that. That's a book I got when I was like a kid, and then I got two different. One of those Bibles I actually found when I was looking up a Bible for like Tucson, um, when like Anosa and I were talking, and this is like a couple years ago. And I was looking at different like Bibles, study Bibles for men. And I felt like that was good, and then I found a woman's Bible that was related to it, and then yeah, and then Good Teachings, which is in the Discord, is basically like it references like different YouTube videos that I've seen and stuff like that. So yeah, these are all, and then my introductory is basically I'm just explaining to people that like what I'm saying, like when people talk about free game, like they're thinking like, okay, you put me on, like what like what I'm saying, was good, but I'm trying to let you know like the real free game, like the real thing that you got to be aware of and cognizant of is like you know what the Lord got for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way to kind of get around this life. That's a real free game. And then I found some scriptures that kind of like talk about that, which is John 16 and Proverbs 3:5. Then the verse of the day. You know what I'm saying? I want to have that on there, and bam. Now I was trying to make it to where it worked automatically, but I manually type that in every day. But it's okay because like it also forces me to do my own like word and stuff like that. So it's like I'm not too mad at it.
Cool, cool.
And
And I
bam,
got 2 minutes, and then I gotta get off of this for real because I have to make some calls. I got a whole bunch of emails sent to
she a
me.
busybody,
Um,
busybody for
so,
real.
but because I was supposed to be working before I called you, but I don't know. I have to do a few
Right.
things,
She slacking.
and I wanted to do it now because I was like, if I don't do it now, then something else might come out later. But okay, so your sweatshirt with the Revelation 3,
Yeah, that's called.
oh,
That's one of my favorite ones.
the whole chapter.
Uh, oh, so specifically, there's a verse. That's a verse he's talking about, like you know, neither you being hot nor cold, I'll spit you out. You know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. But we're talking about being lukewarm. Get it? Lukewarming, caution, warning.
No, I know about that, but you put the whole thing. That's why I was like,
I
okay,
put the whole thing because I'm trying to encourage. Like my whole thing is, I hate it when people quote scriptures because I feel like they take them out of context. So like anytime you have a scripture, I always feel like you should read the whole entire chapter to understand what's going on. And so if you read that chapter, it kind of like
You trying to say mine just messed up?
nah. I mean in general, I just hate it when people do that because it's like you can say that and then I read the thing and it's like this don't even what like you know what I'm saying. So that's that's kind of why
Okay.
like it sets the stage for like what does this mean and you know what I'm saying.
Cool, cool. There's another one. There's another one. Hold on. Hold on. No, not this. Go back. Go back. Go back. Oh no, you broke that one down. Yeah, you said the African Holocaust. There was another one that I was like, wait, hold on. Just trying to get a better understanding here.
No, you fine. Go ahead, break it down.
um, the one. Dang, I wish it would go bigger. So the one that says desire to make it march for brotherhood.
Uh huh.
What is that?
So
Because I can't zoom in, but so much.
right. So basically, if you zoom in on that newspaper, the newspaper
Mm.
has it's a it's an insert of here. Let me show you. I can get it to you
It
right.
says march for brotherhood.
Yeah. So I made that. Basically, there's an event that happened years ago, and it was like a protest, and one of the guys had a sign that said, "We march together, Catholic, Jews, Protestant, Catholic, Jews, Protestants, for dignity and for brotherhood, all men under God now." And basically, this is during the civil rights era, and a real life protest, a real life, um, just kind of saying again, like it don't matter who you are, like we're all supposed to be like under, you know what I'm saying, under one. So then that's whenever I found a scripture that correlated with that, and that was Galatians 3:28, and yeah, so that's really it. Because my whole thing is, you know, I only got one side of my family I actually know, which is my grandfather from the Cape Verdeans. That's the only area I know. My history honestly starts through slave American slavery. So like um, as I make a statement in regards to like African American history, I wanted to like have different pieces that like highlighted what America has done in or African Americans have done in America. So that's why you have the timeline hoodie. That's why we also have like where like the human cargo where it's like the shipment of slaves to the US. But then I wanted to also have something that includes the biblical stuff that I do in relation to awareness to black history. And then that's whenever I was doing like some little digging and I was like, oh no, that's a fire photo like where somebody was basically saying like, aren't we all one people? Like, you know, so no matter what domination, religion, we're all the same under God. And I was like, this is
Mm.
perfect. And then I wanted it was just a picture, but then I made it look like a newspaper and I put Desire Make It and stuff like that. Change the color.
No, I was like, okay, I'm a little confused, but I just wanted to break it down so that I can understand it better.
Yeah, no, you good. I might need to probably write down a description or something like that.
Um, now two more things popped in my head. My bad. Because I know I said two things and I already asked that question. Just refresh my memory
Right.
with the part where it has the breakdown of the description of the material. You type that in, or you copied and pasted from that site.
I personally got lazy and copy and pasted because they gave a description like when you're like on Printify, like it's gonna give you a description of what the material is that you have. So it's like I might as copy and paste it in there.
Okay. And then the size too. That's what you copied and pasted as well.
Yes, the size chart was also there too because I don't
Okay.
physically have it on me. So yeah,
And then you have shop.
the
Shop.
five,
You have to link this site as well.
huh? What?
You have shop. Shop. You have to link to the site.
So that's all done through Shopify. Shopify, this thing called Shopify Payments, and Shopify
Oh,
Payments
it's on.
has all that stuff. Again, that's why it's so great. Everything's already in there. So all the
No, I
headache.
love that. That's what I wanted too. I was like, I hope I'm able to get one of those on my page because there's not just shop. You have shop. You have damn it, I have them on my phone. How you say cardinal card? There's a, wait, hold on. There are two other sites that does the afterpay and how do you say cardinal? I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's KLARNA. Never heard of it?
Uh.
You saying I'm hard? You're not listening to me.
No, 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 no. I said nuh-uh.
Oh, okay. So is have you heard of afterpay?
Yeah.
So it's just like that, just like that. How you could make payment plans basically for your purchase. So yeah, I was hoping that when I do my page that I have at least one of those, and shop is a good one because I have that as well. So then people could be like, oh no, I don't have it. I'll get it next time. I'll get it next time. And then if you could do the payment plans and they don't got no, not they don't have no choice, but they won't stall purchasing and then forget to support you basically. But thank you so much, Mister,
Of course, of
for all
course.
the information.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm gonna send you a doc with some stuff on it too. So it was good seeing you. I'm glad to see the business going. Thank you for appreciating mine.
Thank you.
You know, I'll
I
definitely
love
make a
this
purchase.
site.
Thank
I
you.
love this site. I pray that just doubles and triples in Jesus' name. Amen.
Right, right, right. And if it doesn't for me, it better do it for everyone I care about too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good to see you.
Cool, cool. Speak to you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, Mom.
Yes.
You came in my room. You called me.
Oh, no reason. I just got off the treadmill, that's all.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all. I was telling y'all I just did a treadmill.
Okay. Oh, Kyle's birthday is today.
Oh, that's right. Today's 11th? Yeah. Yeah, that's all. You got an order?
Huh? No.
You got an order?
No. What makes you think that?
On the phone, I thought they were talking about an order.
No, I was talking about what's his face.
What's his face?
Talking to Nelson's mom. She's trying to do some stuff for her own website. So I was giving her some information, and then I knew.
You now have the highest game among active players in the NBA. The person sitting next to you has the WNBA, tied for the WNBA scoring record, and the most among active players in the WNBA. Just how do you both sort of process the events of this evening?
Well, she's been gone for like a week. She was complaining about how I got my 10,000 point and how she wanted me to wait. So to have 83, the first game she's here is very special. The behind the scenes and the workouts and the conversations, they're very motivating. And obviously you see what she does and you get inspired every day by that. So I'm thankful to have her in my life.
I see the countless hours that he puts in. I see the early morning workouts, the questioning, the self-doubt. I see all that. And so for him to be thriving so well in that space during that time, I didn't want to mess up any mojo because we are two of the most routine people ever. And
A joyful night along Biscayne Bend.
What's something your college roommate went off for 83 points tonight?
80 points in a game is wild.
How did you find out about it just after the game?
No.
Scrolling?
At halftime, I saw he had 56. Our halftime, I don't know. I think they were in the third quarter. And then Rashawn was like on the bench. He's like, yeah, he's got 81 right now. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Any message to him?
I'm pissed he scored more than me, but I'm happy for him for sure. I haven't hit him yet, but I was about to hit him for sure.
Your college roommate went off for 83 points tonight.
80 points in a game is wild.
How did you find out about it just after the game?
No.
Scrolling?
At halftime, I saw he had 56. Our halftime, I don't know. I think they were in the third quarter. And then Rashawn was like on the bench. He's like, yeah, he's got 81 right now. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Any message to him?
I'm pissed he scored more than me, but I'm happy for him for sure. I haven't hit him yet, but I was about to hit him for sure.
Your college roommate went off for 83 points tonight.
80 points in a game is wild.
How did you find out about it just after the game?
No.
Scrolling?
At halftime, I saw he had 56. Our halftime, I don't know. I think they were in the third quarter. And then Rashawn was like on the bench. He's like, yeah, he's got 81 right now. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Any message to him?
I'm pissed he scored more than me, but I'm happy for him for sure.
We'll do a biopic about you, and they'll definitely do a biopic about you, so get ready. In fact, I'll ask after who you guys want to play you, but I felt like...
I think there's only one person on the stage you could play, personally. I don't know.
You don't think I could play LeBron, man? Come on, man. You're trying to say, man.
Well, if it started in like LeBron in second grade, you know, when my career like started. Like...
Hey, man, I'll do it, man. There. LeBron was 5'10" in second grade. And he was white. No, I'm kidding. That was the punch. No,
So the winter time's really kicking his ass.
no sun in Ohio.
No sun.
Wow, that's an amazing idea, actually. And the Oscar goes, no. For this? No. We got good chemistry, man. We should do a bit.
Yeah,
no, okay, all right. I got too sophisticated response to that. We're in too good a flow now. I would just say I over-prepared the fuck out of everything to Complete Unknown. I felt like more emotional about it than anybody on set. I felt like I had the authority about the character. I felt like everything, I was in the bones of it. So if somebody threw shade at the movie, in the long run, I would know that I had the most magical experience in my life, you know? And playing Bob Dylan, I don't know what the athletic metaphor would be. It'd be like if you got to, you know, be Jordan, you know, let's get in the GOAT conversation. No, kidding. It'd be like, of everything the last 3 months, this is the best highlight, man. This is number one. I don't care about any awards show or anything. This is like by far the greatest thing ever. LeBron's first game on the Heat in New York, I was there. I was booing the fuck out of LeBron. I said, why'd you come to the Knicks?
That's probably why I played so well.
Exactly. Yeah, he killed it. He crushed it.